What's this?
Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Plumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I start up my early access coverage, because yes, there will be full release coverage as well, of Space Pirates and Zombies 2, or SPAZ 2 as it were. It's by MinMax Games, and it released on May 17th, and you can get it for 10% off if you grab it before May 24th. This has been one of my most anticipated games for a very, very long period of time. When I saw that they announced that they were going to make this, and they had it on Steam, without any dates or any indication as to when it was coming out, I immediately added it to my wish list, and I've been looking forward to this for a long time, guys and gals. I played for a few minutes. I love it. It's very difficult and confusing and complicated, and it's delicious. It's awesome, guys. You're going to love it as well. So, let's just hop in and play, shall we? Let us begin with SPAZ 2. We're going to start with a new campaign, and let us begin. Alright, we're going to go with normal difficulty, even though I'd really rather be on novice. We're going to go with normal because it's what we do.
It should be noted that currently we use computer-synthesized voices for the main cast.
We plan to replace them with real voice work at some point in the near future.
If you don't like these voices, you can disable them now or at any time in the sound options menu.
I could voice over all these guys if you wanted me to, but it's okay. We're going to, well, the women would probably be a little bit difficult, but, you know, I could totally woman it up, but I won't. So, I will spare you. Let's go.
Element 126, resin, res. It was the answer to everything. A transmutable element with the power to unlock the secrets of the universe. It gifted humanity everything there was to know about space-time, and how to enslave it. Res triggered an explosion of technological advancement. Mankind spread to the far reaches of the galaxy, growing exponentially in numbers, along with the reliance on Res. The United Terran Alliance was founded to control the countless population. Eventually they sought to ration the use of Res. As Res supplies thinned, conflict arose. An epidemic of fortune-seeking miners forced their way to the galactic core, where resin was most abundant. Eventually the primary res source was discovered. All res stemmed from a sinister and timeless energy being. A being awakened by the use of res. They had sprung an ancient and recursive trap, res being the bait no budding civilization could possibly ignore. Corruption spilled outward into the stars, twisting the biological matrix of all it touched, integrating it into machines. Mankind's own technology, their own dead, had begun to turn against them. For years they struggled to survive against a flood of abominated metal and flesh. Billions were lost to the infection, only further feeding the expanding corruption. In spite of hopeless obliteration, the very fabric of life itself arose to fight the dark entity. As a race, humanity came together for a single purpose. In some twisted way, they had found peace. Peace, however, does not last. People fell back into their self-minded ways. Humanity turned inward in a scramble for the remaining res, which now could no longer be renewed. As the UTA lost its control over the galaxy, they collapsed the entire warp gate network, beyond any hope of salvage. Human ingenuity, it turns out, knows no captivity. Out of need, a resin-based drive was developed, allowing more direct travel anywhere in the galaxy. The void was reborn as the wild, untapped, and lawless frontier. As years pass, piracy and skirmish battles rage, precious res the prize. Raw worlds are recklessly colonized and disputed by legions of makeshift starships. An entire ecology of nomadic drifters emerged, endlessly recycling the wrecks of constant war. All the while, the nearly forgotten saviors of the galaxy tirelessly struggle to exterminate the last remnants of the infection.
There you have it, folks. And we're going to hop right in and start doing some murder.
It seems like yet again you dimwits have flown my ship headlong into an infested region. That is the third time this week. 6 million forms of communication, and I'm yet to find one that can articulate how moronic you fools are. Computer, power up the weapons and shield emitters. The doctor is in.
The doctor is in. Alright, let's get to some killing here. we're going to right click and we're going to left click to fire out all of our weapons here onto this bad guy. And apparently smash into something along the way, because that's what we do.
Super
Take
kill.
this guy down. We'll get the super kill. Whoa, this thing spawned right in our face. Should probably try to avoid this, if at all possible. Alright, well, we're going to continue to chug-a-lug-a-lug-a-lug-a, boom,
Mega
boom, boom. Can I shoot missiles out of the... Oh, I totally can. Didn't know I could do that. That was pretty sweet. Keep lobbing out that hate. Keep lobbing it. And eventually, you know we'll be victorious. Well, theoretically we'll be victorious. Honestly, we have no idea what's going to happen. Alright. We've apparently locked in on our prey, and we shall murder you, maybe. Oh, we're definitely firing a missile at you, if nothing else. Going to continue to shoot, and a big blob of nasty just hit us. Sure, we should probably try to avoid those. Anyhow, so yes, space combat, folks. Space combat at its finest, or at its least finest. I don't know. I think it's pretty fine, personally. Oh, that thing is not going to feel good. Just smash into a few things, and oh no! We are done. We have lost. Our lives are over. I'm a failure at life. Or am I?
Game over.
Would you like to try easy mode?
By the void. Level 13 is truly the bane of my existence.
Carl, seriously? Do you realize crew members suffocated on the lower decks because you routed power from life support to play stupid video games?
Look at her
Silence,
face.
imbecile. They gave their lives for the greater good. A scientific mind must stay active, or it would wither and wrinkle. I'll boil any ocean. I'll irradiate a whole litter of Nerlacian pups. I'll divide by 0 if I have to.
I told you he
Zero.
would cause trouble if you leave him to his own whim. Those implants can really make a man sick in the melon. Elsa, he's a liability if we keep him on board.
Please refrain from sneaking up on another living creature like that. Do you not realize the horror people have to endure every time they look at your face? You are fortunate I did not inadvertently dismember you in a panic-induced frenzy.
Everyone, shut up. To the bridge right now. Anyone not here in 30 seconds is getting vented into space.
Gotta say, love the writing. I love it a lot. Alright, folks, let's hop in and see what's actually going on. So that was basically a video game
Well, I'm glad to see
level
everyone
of
was able
this
to get
actual
up at
game.
the crack
It's
of
kinda
noon to
funny.
work towards sustaining our survival. Let me present to you all the garbage dump we'll be sifting through this afternoon. Yes, most of this is useless junk. Yes, this is utterly pathetic. But what choice do we have?
This ain't no way to treat these here metal mother. The ladies deserves better. Let me be snapping on something fresh.
He might not be the best candidate to operate the tractor prototype. Keep in mind that Carl built this thing, so it goes without saying that it's dangerous. I would hate to have come all this way just to have Mackenzie rip us apart like a rabbit chimp with Carl's untested toys. You know how those two can be.
I don't really care who does what, but we need to jump on this opportunity to expand the mothership. That core module will give us some elbow room, while those wings will give us some much-needed firepower. Let's get those modules fitted so we don't have to listen to each other breathe anymore.
Please pay close attention to the moving picture feature film show. You will be subjected to standardized testing following this demonstration.
Alright, so there you guys saw right there how we build what we build. So essentially what they say is, if you look up here, it shows you left control is to tractor apart. If you hold it on a part that's already attached, it will detach it. And we need to add this core down here, so we're just going to smash into everything until it latches on, and then we're going to throw this in here. There we go. Perfect. Totally not damaging us at all in any way, and bam, just like that, except I missed. Come on, you can do it. There we go.
What exactly do you think you're doing? Stop leaning on the overhead projection like a crutch. This isn't some archaic top-down space shooter we're playing here. This is real, brutal, killing-eating life we're talking about. Join the rest of us down here in reality.
Alright, kitten-eating life, like we're talking about. Alright, so essentially we have two camera modes. We have the top-down camera mode that we see right here, which is fantastic and pretty sweet. And then we also have the
Our
more
lithium
realistic looking
capacitor
one.
is now tapped out. I've devised a method to simply eject the spent cell, while fabricating a new one out of surrounding space dust. Do not ask me how it works, or why it makes sense. All that you need to know is that you will be unable to fire the ship's weapons while the new cell is being installed.
Alright, good to know. Okay, so we need to reload. So if you take a look now, we can't shoot, but if we hit R, we'll eject that. It's gonna fabricate new ammo, I guess, or new energy cells for us to be able to continue to fire. And ta-da! We can do it again.
I'm bringing the weapons online, if that is indeed what you want to call this garbage. Let's blast open some of these containers. Maybe we can find something to eat that won't make our hair fall out.
I have decided that it would be best if basic resource towing was left up to the ship's computer. These items are too fragile to be handled by Neanderthals. It brought me great pain to watch you struggle with the tractor beam.
Well, there you go. Apparently he didn't like us with the tractor beam. Alright, so engines are online. We can turn left and right. If we hold right, or if we hold shift and we press right, we're going to move to the right. And so on and so forth. Now we're going to get a bit closer to this. And we're going to shoot at that. And there we go. We've destroyed it. We're going to get some res out of this. And we're going to just basically fly into this stuff. And it's all going to automatically go into our ship. And give us amazing, amazing, delicious stuff, I guess you could say. Alright, going to reload
Please
now.
assimilate and perform the following diagnostic tests on the kinetic shield system. Your life and my home may depend upon it.
Okay, shields have their own power system, but they can be boosted with capacitor power. If shields are boosted, they take half damage and generate twice as fast, but you are unable to shoot. Shields consume the capacitor while boosted, so no boosting while reloading. Well, we are reloading first, and then we are going to get our shields going. So, that being said, if we press the space bar in a couple of seconds, we should be able to start boosting up our shields and getting it going. Shields boosted, and bam.
All modern space-capable engines come equipped with special regenerating boost capacitors. Please practice making rocket go fast now.
Alright, boosted engines greatly increase a ship's speed and maneuvering capabilities. Boosting uses its own independent fuel source, which will regenerate over time. So essentially, we can move with W, which allows us to move forward. And then if we want to go a bit faster, we press the left shift, and it boosts us with afterburners,
I
and
have to say
there
I'm
you have it.
impressed. You were all able to lace this thing back together without eating each other. The only thing that remains is to test the res drive. Mackenzie, start the pre-flight procedure.
From scotch and caviar to beers and tears. How is it that Jameson is the only other one with ambition to dig out of this dung heap? Just cook those bloody engines up and lay in a course for somewhere that isn't here. Please.
All can do that. Alright, the area is clear. It's time to go to our tactical map, where we'll be spending a good portion of the game. Now keep in mind, guys and gals, I played through a little bit. I pretty much got destroyed every time I battled anyone, so it's not great. But hopefully I will learn a bit more as we go. If you hold X, you will actually stop your motion. Your forward movement will stop altogether. And yeah, let's go to the tactical map. To the star map!
Welcome to the Super Ultra Star Map 9000. This holographic interface will allow you to scan all known galactic entities, plot mothership destinations, and communicate with other ships and starbases. Please practice untethered exploration now.
Okay, all transportation, mining, harvesting, and communication is done via the star map. Take your time and plan your actions. Explore a new territory. Push the right mouse button to set a destination, and use the mouse wheel to adjust the zoom level.
Game saved.
Alright, that being said, we can explore any of the new areas, or we can move around in the system that we're currently in, and we can go to these wreckages.
Apparently your intestines are so long that if you strung them up into end, you'd probably die. These here metal mother doesn't like to loot the dead, but what needs do they got for intestines?
That's weird, to be sure. Alright, we're going to move to the wreckage, and we're going to grab up 36 res and 102 whatever that stuff is. I'm not sure what that resource is called. Scrap, I assume. We'll scavenge it. And
Cargo acquired.
we got all that, and not everyone can be a winner, blah, 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 blah. So this is the flavor text. There's no signal. It shows the explosion. Not everyone can be a winner. If you want to avoid joining the ever-expanding ranks of losers, you should do whatever you can to survive. That includes looting the dead for supplies and maybe candy. I'm all for candy. We're going to grab 2 of these and 14 of these, I believe.
Cargo acquired.
Alright, sweet. Now we need to read this.
Now that we are finally underway, let me remind you all that you cannot simply urinate in the corner and proclaim you are the alpha meat husk. You are a minuscule fish in an otherwise colossal ocean of galactic proportions. Unless you wish to be dead before breakfast, read the advisory overlays I have painstakingly programmed for your survival. Do not just click past them and complain on the galactic forums that you did not get the memo. Ignorance will not be excused. Read or die.
Please familiarize yourself with the star map command functions. If you do not assimilate this information now, it will be waiting for you at dinner time.
Alright, well there we have it, folks. So essentially we can have 3 out of 3 cores, or we have 3 out of 3 cores. That's the maximum that we can have. You can left click and drag the mouse, or the map around with your left mouse button. We have 202 scrap, we have 104 out of 60 goons, I believe those are, and we have 84 res. When we move around with our ship, we use res. So there is that. So we're going to go here, and we're going to move to it, and we're going to scavenge.
Pillaging successful.
Okay, I'm going to actually try... This guy's friendly.
While
with
I
us.
don't even trust my own office chair these days, let me be the first to admit that we can't survive out here without the help of others. We should consider trading goods and supplies with people, rather than trading insults and bullets. If a hostile confrontation cannot be avoided, then we should consider taking off. We don't have to fight every lemon that looks at us the wrong way.
Fight every lemon!
Howdy.
Howdy, hailing frequencies are open. State your business and designation. Alright, I would like to... Well, I was hoping I could trade with you, buddy, but apparently that's not the case. We could follow you... I'm gonna get closer to him. Well, we're gonna go
How
up...
can I help you?
I would like to trade. Okay, so yeah, if we get right up on him, we can
In
trade.
an effort to curb interplanetary diseases, just about all of our traded goods now have to go through this hands-off filtered interface. Nobody can stab you in the back, or shoot you in the face using an interface like this. Just configure the deal, and the autoloaders should take care of the rest.
Well, it does make life a little bit safer, I got to say. Alright, so what are we looking at here? We're looking at a bunch of stuff. So these are all things that we have that are tied into our ship. Anything with an E, I believe, means it's equipped. So we basically don't have any spare parts right now. We can even hide equipped parts, and as you see, we have nothing available, which is pretty cool. We don't need as many goons as we have. We can only hold up to 60, so... Let's see here. I'm not sure what the yellow means necessarily. Oh, they start to underpay at that point. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll trade. Do they have anything available for us? No, but they got some scrap. So okay, so they only have 33 scrap. So no matter how much we try to trade with them, it all makes sense now. Okay. It all makes sense. Alright, that's cool. Well, we'll do it this way then. We'll trade.
There's a sucker born every minute.
There's a sucker born every minute. Alright, so we're gonna...
Alright, we're mobile. If you are all thoroughly satisfied, we can finally get on with it. We still have stickers out there, not to mention a laundry list of equipment we need before we can do anything about them. Time is of the essence, and we've wasted so much of it already.
As anxious as I am to find a so-called sticky, we have not encountered one for many cycles. The ship does not yet have a nacelle to stand on, therefore we need to scout more easy opportunities to exploit.
Alright, so basically it's telling us that we need to exploit anything and everything that we possibly can. We can zoom out quite far, as you guys can see. And there is stuff that can... Oh, it's owned by another captain, is it? Oh, we're going to head back into the starting area that we were already in. Starbase. This looks like a great place to call home and raise a family. Get pre-approved for your mortgage financing today. Progression locked. You must be awarded the privilege to build a starbase. So we can't do that yet. However, we might be able to come over here and move to this. We can't harvest it just yet, but we can still ransack it. And we will. We'll take the res from there.
Exhausted.
I will come over here and we will move to this and we will scavenge here.
Pillaging successful.
And there's a little bit more to scavenge. So we got 122 out of that. We got 84. It's gone. Now we're going to move to this spot and see if we can't claim this.
Extracted.
Okay, like a boss. I'm not sure what this is.
If we tune our
lore.
warp frequency just right, we can sometimes pick up residual data transmissions bouncing around the old warp network. Though the gates are smashed beyond repair, some seem to be able to hang on to these low-density data packets, like a ghostly reminder of our past.
So basically this will teach us more about the lore of the universe, and we get free goodies with it. So let's go listen, shall we? The Miners Conglomerate. And we'll get 100, and we'll get all sorts of other various things. So let's scan and view, boys and girls.
Several mining outposts were abandoned by the UTA during the Dark Infection. Without adequate protection, many bases were raided and destroyed, while others learned to defend themselves. The few bases that were able to maintain a supply of res cooperated to keep it, and defended from other factions.
Okay, there you go. I thought there was going to be more than just the one page, but okay. Sweet. And there we are, and I guess we get to go to Turbo Storyteller 9000, not recommended for children. Nice. Well, we're going to go return here. We got 100, we got 25, and we got 30 of the light bulbs. I don't know what that is. I can't say that I've quite figured that part out yet. Well, let's go explore down here.
Signal detected.
The signal's detected. Alright, well we can come over here and continue to scavenge. So there's going to be quite a bit of scavenging we do for a little while. And then eventually what we're going to do is start trading with others. We're going to come over here and grab up some more goons, I believe. We'll ransack these guys.
Added to cargo.
And I guess we'll talk to Mr. Tweener.
Yeah, man, come on in. Let me get your copy.
We'll go and follow to you.
Hey, what's shaking?
And we will trade. That guy is creepy looking. He's got no parts, but he's got quite a bit more units. So, that being said, we have no extra things available. So, we're going to try and get rid of some of the goons, if we could. That's close enough. Alright, we will trade.
Yeah, cool, man. I read you.
We got a little bit more scrap there. And let's talk to Noxia.
Oh, we should do lunch.
Alright, we'll follow you and trade. And it's not always good to just go and start fighting. We could fight these people, but chances are I would die horribly, first off. And secondly, you won't have good relations, and then they may come after you later on down the road when they're more powerful than you are. I don't know. It's pretty risky, so I'd rather not run that risk if I can help it. Alright, we're going to go to, I want to say, 60? 59 apparently. Alright, so we're going to trade to 59. We got a decent amount there, and why is it that it... Do we have to have a minimum of 60? Maybe that's what it is? I don't know. Not sure why it gets red. But it does apparently. Okay. Let's take a look around. I'm not sure where we should be going. It looks like there's a pirate base over here though. Potentially. Let's see what's actually over there. Transport bandits. Alright.
You can never reason with a bandit. In fact, I don't think they even understand a basic language anymore. They pretty much stomp around, raping and pillaging anything that moves. They are not much of a threat to larger ships, since most of them look like they have one foot in the grave already. Nevertheless, they can be a royal pain in the goiter once they dig into an area they like.
Fair enough. Alright, the bandits cannot be reasoned with, so...
I'm gonna paint the ship's hull with your blood.
We're gonna head over here. It looks like they're already engaged, or in... I don't know. So we're already engaged in combat, so we're gonna come join the combat if we can. And it looks like they're all dead. Can we scavenge here as well? I'm gonna try. Oh, we got interrupted. Somebody else scavenged it first. It's okay, well, we'll continue to... This is a base, a bandit hive there.
Okay, I'm calling it. We need to shift our focus back to more pressing needs. Everyone on board is expected to understand that the mothership takes priority over everything, including our very lives. To that effect, Mother needs to be fed. If we can't find what she needs, we die along with her. If we cannot trade for what we need, we'll have to take it by force. As cruel as it is, that's just life.
I
Fair
see
enough.
fit to enlighten everyone that every action on board consumes something. Don't let these critical supplies run dry. I've gone to the effort of labeling all the viable extraction points, as well as indicating when they are ready for harvest. I have also color-coded human selfishness, so you're aware if any other faction claims ownership of these areas.
Human selfishness. Love it. Love it. I was hoping to get into like a battle that we could like guarantee win, but apparently that's a bit outside our purview. So we're going to move here. We're going to ransack these guys.
I sense some underdeveloped crewmen require contextualization about how urgently we require these basic resources. More specifically, human resources. The ship requires an astronomical volume of periodic maintenance and repair. These tasks are far too dangerous to allow anyone with a shred of intellectual value to perform them. Therefore, we do not turn away many applicants. Remember, the bottom of the pyramid needs the most bricks.
That's
Of course we
horrible.
need bodies to operate and maintain the ship's systems, but we also don't want to feed any more mouths than we must. Most of our food is fabricated from balance is the word of the day here.
Okay, so goons are needed to both operate and repair the ship. If you don't have enough goons, the ship will decay and take damage. Beware, goons consume res over time. Goons can be bought and sold. Yes, I have been buying and selling them. So I guess we need to always maintain at least 60. That is the magic number. Oh, it looks like there are some pirates out here.
We're not accepting new applicants.
We're going to chase them down and join the fight. We're going to join Strawman here. We can get into a fight to end the episode, and then we'll be about our business, guys and gals. Let's see how well I do this time around. I have not
I
been
try
super
not to start
successful with
fights I
this.
can't win, but everyone makes mistakes. It's not beneath me to use one of those silly failgates if the situation should call for it. Just remember, we're going to have to dump some cargo and leave our strike craft behind if we do so.
Okay, so approach a failgate if you wish to flee combat and counter. Looks like that. And it says on the map. You'll see it somewhere. Retreating through a failgate will cause the ship to lose some of its resources. Your active strike craft will forever be lost. If you flee, scout for power shield or armor pickups, power-ups to keep yourself in the fight. That being said, we're going to come over here and try to destroy this thing. And we're going to start taking some damage here, but once we take this thing out, I think we'll probably end up getting something decent going on. I think we're a little bit far away right now. We got some power increasation here. And we are going to try and take out the little guy there. They're warping more things in, so now we're going to go for the big guy. Okay, we're entangled with this guy. That's probably not the greatest thing in the world.
I'm gonna wear your skin like a suit.
He's gonna wear my skin like a suit, guys. You heard it here first. That's not creepy at all. Alright, there's 2 threats that remain. Now there's probably, what, 1 threat that remains? Yep. So we're gonna try to spin around here. We're gonna use our booster. And we're going for, hopefully, dodging some stuff. And it looks like most of the ships got taken out by, well, our ally in this. Not too bad, not too bad. I survived. I got beat down a little bit. There's the fail gate that I was talking about. There are power-ups spread throughout. This looks like this might be like a mining, like a, I don't know, a minefield. Oh yeah, look at that. That just blew everything up. Probably not a good idea to maybe fly into those right away. There we go. Well, I suppose we could reload now. I'm going to fly toward this thing and get, I guess it's more power for our thruster. We are still pretty weak, guys and gals, so keep in mind that it's going to be a while before we can just, like, roll out and own a group of pirates. Also, you'll notice that the pirates had multiple enemies, or multiple ships, so we had multiple enemies that we had to fight. We are 1 ship right now. We are actually quite weak, so trading and or gaining just treasure loot is pretty important. Alright, anyway, folks, let's hop on out, go to the star map, and see what we can loot from this. Looks like there are no, power-ups. What is this? That's just battle scavenge. Alright, so we can gather up all these things. We'll take it all. And there we go. Everybody's a little bit happier with us for having done that. It's not so bad. Anyway, folks, I think this is where I'm going to break off the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this very first episode. There will be more to come. If you look up at the top, guys and gals, there's an experience bar. We will be able to rank up and get additional upgrades and things. It'll make our lives a little bit easier. Anyway, if you guys want more information about the game, where to get the game, more information on the developer, check out the description down below the video. It will have all that information, a bunch of links, and all the other various stuff as I always have. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it. And I will catch you guys next time with another episode of SPAZ 2. Until then, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.